Greetings, friends, and welcome to another episode of The Mistake Zone, your weekly dose of our lives and the mistakes within them. My name is Jaren Wade. Joining me, as always, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Matt Alba. Hey, Matt.
Yo.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
That's great, Matt. Also joining us this week, another one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Julian. Hey, Julian.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, Julian. I'm doing good. Thank you. Also joining us this week, another one of my best friends in the whole wide world, another one of our best friends in the whole wide world, Mark. Hey, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I don't know why I answered. What the fuck?
We're all friends here. We're all friends here. We all support each other here on the Mistake Zone. Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Mark,
Oh, man.
I'll be honest. We're supposed to be recording this on a specific date. And if we were recording this on that specific date, I'd be feeling really old right now. But we're not recording on that specific date, so I'm feeling fresh as a daisy.
Great.
Jaren,
What's up?
since we're not recording on that specific date, I don't want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Because Father Time scares me too much. Unfortunately, Rakush couldn't join us this week because I sprung this episode on my friends at the last minute, but shout out to Rakush. Boys,
That guy.
even though I'm not, it's not my date of birth just yet, have a question to run by you guys in the beginning of the show. Boys, considering that my hairstyle has been kind of the same for the last decade, it is a undercut that I can tie up into a man bun with an undercut. Matt, if I got black stud earrings, is that fair or is that midlife crisis?
I don't know. That seems about right for your look, I think.
Julian, is that fair or midlife crisis?
I think it's fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mark?
I think stylistically, I think it's okay.
Mark, fair or midlife crisis?
I think that's fair. I think a midlife crisis thing would be like a tattoo or something.
Well, my second question, boys, is this the year I finally get one of the 3 anime tattoos I really want? Matt, fair or midlife crisis, my anime tattoos?
You know what? I think it's only okay because you're a millennial.
Yeah, that's fair.
Julian, fair or midlife crisis anime tattoos on my calf?
Well, I mean, before we get into that, what are your anime tattoos?
Yeah. We need to
If
know.
I were to get my dream anime tattoos that I've been trying to find a artist for, just because I still want like someone who is proficient in anime tattoos. And unfortunately, everyone I had an eye on, I might have to visit Julian to get one of them, to be completely honest. It is either, Matt, tell me if this surprises you. It would either be World Is Mine, Hatsune Miku, Yuno's Yandere face, or Junji Ito's Tomi in that blue portrait of hers.
Those are all very Jaren on brand.
Yeah.
Julian,
Yeah.
fair or midlife crisis?
Based on those, I think that's fair.
Mark, final question. Mark, us going to Japan in 2027, fair or midlife crisis?
Fair. Completely fair.
Oh.
Okay. We will record an episode in our midlife crisis shopping trip next year.
Oh, man.
Boys,
Isn't it crazy that like midlife crisis used to mean getting a super expensive car, and now for us it's like, can I get this small like treat? Of, like, can I get this ear piercing?
Oh,
Julian, we lost physical discs, of course.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is the Mistake Zone. Matt, even though I've asked you before, what have you been up to lately? In theory.
In theory, I've been playing a lot of Splatoon Raiders, and hopefully, I've been playing Stellar Blade.
Okay. Julian, in theory, since we last spoke, what have you been up to?
In theory, I'm like waiting for Fields of Mystria 1.0. So I've actually been trying to like get through my backlog.
Okay. Man, and I think that's something we'll be exploring throughout this episode. And finally, Mark, in theory, what have you been up to this past week?
In theory, I'm probably still trying to get through Mixtape. I bought it when it was launched, and like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't finish it. I just find it so boring. I don't get the hype.
Oh man.
I bought it because
It's not a 10 out of 10.
Mark, have you played Final Fantasy Remake or Rebirth?
which one's? Oh no, I have not. I have not played any of the FF7.
Okay. Okay. If you don't like Mixtape, you're not gonna like those either.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wait, hold on. What's your? I need to investigate. What's your thing about Mixtape?
Well, okay, so I bought it because of all the good reviews it was
Oh, the
getting.
hype, yeah.
And, you know, on paper, a game set in the 90s is perfect for me. Or is it the 90s? Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
early
like,
90s.
Yeah, like I like the music, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought, you know what? I'm more of a casual gamer these days. I like playing games for the story. But this one, I don't know, man. Like, I've only played through the first maybe 7 tracks, or I think that's what they call them. And I
Mhm.
thought it would resonate with me more. Like, it's cool. Like, I love hearing the soundtrack. I think it's great. I love, like, the artistic direction they've taken with it. But it's not, I don't know. I'm just having a tough time getting through it.
That
makes sense.
That's fair.
I really don't.
But as someone who adored the game, I don't know, Mark. I don't know. I like that Devo song in the beginning a lot. But no, that's completely fair. Completely fair.
But the thing is, like, it is part of my backlog. So, like, I like finishing my games. I'm not the type to just drop a game because if I'm spending money on a game, like I want to see it through. So I'm going to finish it one day.
I think Splatoon Raiders was the first game that I finished in like a year. Maybe more. Oh man,
that's okay. Mark, you also probably have 2 more hours, so it's not. I think that's okay when you have the time to finish it.
2 more hours? Seriously?
Isn't it like? I swear you could do that game in like 2 sittings.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I play one track and just like, you know what? I'll pick it up later. And then I look at it because like it's just I have it on my Switch too, and I don't turn off my Switch. I just leave it on, and so I open it. I'm like, I want to play Pocopia. But I'm like, oh wait, Mixtape is still open. I don't want to close that just to play Pocopia. So then I just put my Switch back to sleep and just leave it alone. And it's just this repeat cycle.
Is it counting hours while it's on sleep?
No, I don't think
your
it does.
Mixtape hours might be like.
Man, I hope not.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
Can you imagine? It takes me 60 hours to finish Mixtape.
If it was like on Steam, your Steam review is just like Mixtape.
Mark, you can literally finish that game on the plane. Like,
yeah, you know what? I can. I probably will. But that means I'm gonna have to bring my Switch.
fair.
It's okay. You guys can play. You guys can do local multiplayer. It's fine.
Boys, what I learned about Mark today is he does not miss his youth, where I was clawing at my screen trying to go back at that time, like the reverse ring at that point. Boys, in theory, this week I watched Spider-Man Brand New Day, but
right,
not Mark, Julian. We're seeing that in 4DX. Good idea, bad idea, for a almost 3-hour movie.
Oh.
I only want to watch movies in 4DX. I'll be honest, so I think it's a good idea.
Oh man,
4DX Mark, is like there's like element like there's water and like wind and stuff, right?
I don't know if they do water anymore. The last few times I've done 4DX, I don't think they've done water.
Oh, okay. I haven't done it.
They've done wind, they've done shaking, they've done lighting, but I don't think I've done. I want to say one time I did 4DX, and I wanted to say that was water, but that might have just been my drink, to be completely honest.
The last time I did 4DX, like I think the greatest experience that I've experienced doing 4DX was watching the Assassin's Creed Black Flag trailer that played before a movie that I saw because water was splashing on
a game trailer had 4DX.
That's like the only thing I'll remember from 4DX. I don't remember which movie it was, but I just remember that. Or like crazy. It was some game about like ships, and then there was water involved. Like the water spit on me. I was like, whoa, this is This is kind of cool. So that was the last
Oh,
time I
man.
really enjoyed 40x.
Oh
What?
man.
It seems weird to spray water because wouldn't that mold like on the seat?
Yeah.
Are the seats like leather? Because it can't be the regular seat material,
No,
or it'll get
they're-
like funky.
I'm pretty sure they're like leather or fake leather. One of those where
Okay,
you can
that makes a
easily
bit
clean
more
it.
sense.
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you- yeah.
Does 40x include like smell, or am I just like making that up?
No.
Is there like a smell
I
vision?
I think that's like Disneyland 4DX, like
Mhm.
for their specific rides, not
Oh,
movie
man.
theater.
Oh, like the
Okay.
Bug's Life ride.
Oh man, I'm thinking of the Honey I Shrunk the Kids one. Oh man, where they made all these rats fly by your
Was
feet.
there for-
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
Man, boys, going to Disneyland's expensive. Julian, if you had a kid, are you taking them to Disneyland?
Nope. We're going to Six Flags.
Oh man. But boys, this is the mistake zone. I'm forever young. Boys, you know what I've been playing for the past few weeks? It's time to tell you guys about a game Matt and I talked about during a Steam Next Fest of yesterday. I forget when. But I wanted to talk about this last week, but pretend this is last week because Matt, my current playtime for Denshattack is 6.7 hours. I'm doing the thing with my hands
Ooh.
right now.
Mm.
But yes, Denshattack is literally a on rails, I want to say experience, just because it is a blend. You are mainly focusing on doing tricks and kind of navigating these different environments for you to get from beginning to end, and completing goals, trying to get certain trick scores, and even finishing a level in a certain time. And the story premise of Denshattack is Julian, stop me if you've heard this before. We're in a post-apocalyptic, not necessarily, sorry, scratch that. We're in a post-late stage capitalist Japan where all the rich live in domed areas and all the poors live in between outside the domed areas, all connected by train tracks that have been abandoned. And you are a Densha attacker who still mans these trains going to point and pulling off sick tricks in your train cart, while what seems to be happening is you're trying to overthrow all the capitalism surrounding you. But that's in a really cel-shaded, Dreamcast-coded bow. Stylistically, it looks great. And you're going from level to level, train station to train station, doing all these different tricks. And Matt, I remember when we talked about the demo, and you do get the first two levels of the game. And now that I've played around 6 hours of the game, I honestly think the demo itself, and to a kind of a larger extent, the first chapter or so, I think it does the game kind of a disservice, just because I think this game really opens up in the second chapter when you have mostly all your abilities, just because in the demo you don't get access to like the grinds, you don't get access to the wall rides, you don't get access to the combo meter, and in turn the extended trick system that I'll get to.
Wait, sorry.
What's up?
Access to grinds? Aren't you on rails? Aren't you consistently grinding?
When you're on the tracks, you can jump, you can like drift around, but then you can also jump off and then actually grind with like a balance meter a la Tony Hawk style. So you don't get that until like maybe halfway through chapter 1, where I think one of the points of discourse around this game is how little player agency it kind of appears you have towards the beginning of the game, just because you are essentially on these kind of
On rails, yeah, you could say it, Jared.
I'm trying to like word this properly. Where even though you can dodge different obstacles and you can switch from different tracks, and so it is pretty limiting. And it isn't only, it's when you get introduced to the manuals, the separate grind tracks, the wall ride walls, and all these different trick mechanics where that trick system opens up, that you do feel like you have more kind of ability to express yourself in these levels. Where I think one thing that really stood out to me was, I'm going to go into my Hololive bag throughout this episode. So Matt, Shiori, when she was playing the game, I think I tuned into her stream. She was at the 99-minute mark, and she was already at that point where I was in the game, where I had a playtime of already 5.5 hours at that point. Where I think once the game opens up and you're knowledgeable about all the different trick mechanics, you can potentially get that need to, okay, I want to get all gold medals for all my levels. I want to make sure to get the gold trick score. I want to make sure to get the time attack score. I want to make sure I'm doing all the different objectives. Where once it all comes together, I think this is a really fun game that you can express yourself. And then it has that one more retry feeling of, I want to get through this level with a 100k score, or I want to get through this level with all the different manuals, or by having one continuous combo throughout. Where I think you can really breeze through this game, and I think it's 8 hours, just by getting from the beginning to the end. But if you're playing it that way, I would argue that it's, again, an on-rails experience that you don't really do much with, other than dodge here, maybe jump a few times here. And it's really when you invest into the trick mechanics, when you figure out, okay, if I hit a certain combo, this will open up the rainbow rails, and then I can trick off all these alternative paths that will kind of loop me back, and this is how I extend my score even further. So yeah, I think the first 2 levels, while it kind of gives you the basic style, the presentation, the overall vibe, it is only when you start to unlock or are made aware of everything more that the game opens up. Because once you have that knowledge, I even went back to the first 2 levels to try to get higher scores there, just with the different combo mechanics in mind. And I don't think they're designed in a way for you to utilize those mechanics, where they don't even feel that satisfying compared to what you'll kind of come across halfway through chapter 1 or so. Where I do think this is a game where your mileage may vary, where it is something for score chasers, it is something for kind of combo chasers, or someone who wants to have that one perfect run to the game. But if you're kind of just looking for something, story-wise, it's okay, but I think it is something that chasers would appreciate more than someone who might casually be looking at it. And then Matt, I know one thing we kind of talked about during the Steam Next Fest was the drift mechanic, where when you're approaching the corner, you can hold down the left trigger, and then a drift meter will appear, and you have to let go when it hits the middle of it. I think the timing's a bit better from the demo, but that might be just me getting kind of used to the timing, where at points I still feel like it's a bit awkward, but less awkward than I did originally. But yeah, that's kind of my take on Denshattack right now. I am finding myself just really replaying levels just to kind of get everything out of it. But Matt, I feel like this is something a lot of VTubers are playing, a lot of streamers are playing. Is it coming up on your radar at all?
Yeah, it's showing up a lot of my recommendeds, and I've basically just been avoiding it, to be honest.
Okay. But the fact that you can't unlock a Hololive Iris skin for your train, does that do anything for you?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I was kind of tempted because of that. Okay. But, Jaren, okay, actually, I have a question from back in when we talked about the demo.
Yep.
I think that showed up in the demo is the loading screen, where, you had your main character girl kind of just like sitting there, and when you got the next character, they added another character to that load screen. Jaren, does this continue on, or is that it?
Matt, I have the gal character sitting next to my character, the main heroine right now. So I'm working on the 4th. I'm working for the 4th.
Wait, okay, sorry. Is it just like one of the random characters like will just be there with you, or is it like the cast is like all in there?
No, the cast will be sitting with you on that train.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Boys, if you go, when you're playing Denshattack, if you haven't already known, they did collab with a bunch of different content creators, some VTubers as well. If you go to the shop on the map, Matt, if you press up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, you'll unlock the Iris skin and announcer pack. If you press left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, you'll get the Shiori one. And if you press left, down, right, up, you'll get iron mounts. So thank you, tips and tricks. Julian, what was the last video game magazine you read?
The last one I read? Probably Nintendo Power, honestly.
Have you touched a video game magazine in the last 2 decades?
I don't think they exist anymore, do they?
I think Game Informer still exists. They rebooted.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I do enjoy my time with Denshattack, but Mark, if you were going to check this out, I know you are a Steam Deck fan. I'll be honest. I said this to Matt when the Steam Next Fest came around. I cannot play this game on the Steam Deck. I don't know what it is about the Steam Deck controller itself or like how it feels, but I feel like I'm not as precise on the Steam Deck when it comes
Really?
to a game that kind of needs it.
Oh, okay.
Similar, I can't play Hades 2 or Hades 1 on the Steam Deck. I feel like I'm not, I don't know what it is. Where I guess this question to Julian and Mark, as someone who also owns Steam Decks, do you guys find yourselves being able to play certain games on it and not being able to, or is this just a preference problem on my end?
I have a hard time with the bumpers, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what a game it was, but I played a game recently on the Steam Deck that like the bumpers. I don't know what it is. It's because like number one, the controller on the Steam Deck, like the Steam Deck itself is like has a weight to it.
Yeah.
So you're already contending with the fact that it's not just like a controller where it's kind of light. So a lot of the times I have to rest it on something. And that usually means I kind of have to position my hand in a weird way wherein like for some reason like the bumpers it was Dead by Daylight. Now that I'm thinking it just came to mind, sorry. And like you need the bumpers in Dead by Daylight to like do the repair generators and kind of like do the button presses, and I kept missing them because like I guess it is like a precision thing similar to what you're saying, Jaren.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the bumpers give me a hard time. I don't know why.
I don't know what it is about the Steam Deck where I feel like anything that requires some sort of precision on my part, I just can't really get into it. But Mark, as someone who does play a lot of games on the Steam Deck, do you find yourself having a similar issue, or are you kind of just comfortable with the machine?
Yeah, so with a lot of most of the games I play on Steam Deck, they're mainly like visual novels or turn-based, where it's nothing really needs my
Same.
like a good or a high reaction time. I think the last time I
Right.
really played something that required that was, actually I think it was Palworld when it was like in early access.
Right.
And yeah, I think like I'm the same with Julian. That sometimes like it just, I guess it doesn't help that the weight of the Steam Deck is pretty substantial. So I'll always have to position my arms in a way that's comfortable for me, whether it's just like positioning my elbows on top of my knees to make them feel more comfortable and trying to shift that weight forward. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Just trying to shift that weight in a way where it's just comfortable to hold. It just, yeah. And I think I do feel the same way about the bumpers, Julian, where sometimes it's just awkward. I don't know what it is. Maybe because
I don't know if it's like the hand positioning, or the way you kind of have to carry it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do I have small hands? I don't know. Like,
Guys, this is why we're having wrist issues.
Yeah, honestly.
And I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to the smaller footprint of a console controller.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love the DualSense. I love the Switch Pro controller, but with the Steam Deck, I don't know. It's very massive. And again, yeah, to Matt's point, like my wrists just start hurting once I hold it for hours.
Yeah, it's why like I'm surprised. Like you mentioned last week, that like a lot of people want like fighting games on the Steam Deck. I honestly cannot imagine that. That's like a weird.
So what I found, like a lot of people are starting to move to leverless controllers where it's all buttons. And that's better for the wrist. Like I've been trying to condition myself to start using that as well. It's still very hard. The muscle memory of using an analog stick or a fight stick is still there, but I want to continue to play fighting games for a while. So I'm
A leverless controller. What is that?
yeah. Basically, it's all buttons. So like your up, down, left. It's essentially kind of like an NES or an
Like a
SNES
keyboard?
controller. Yeah, and you're just using buttons like on to move around, like up, down, left, right, or like the simple, um, I guess directions. And if you want to in a fighting game, for example, if you want to jump to the right, you're pressing the up and the right button together.
Oh,
It's
that's
like that.
fancy.
Yeah,
It's
and
like a
then
DJ. It's like a DJ keyboard.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's easier on the wrists for sure because you're not doing the rotating movements. Like, say you're doing a down forward on a console controller.
Oh man, guys, the gyro controller on Splatoon is killing me. I just remembered about
Oh,
this. Whenever I play Splatoon, I have to like stop every like 4 runs.
are you playing on the hand, like on handheld?
No, I'm playing just like with a like pro controller. But like
okay, yeah. I
I
guess
forgot how much like swinging around you gotta do with the gyro controls in that game.
Is it mandatory, or can you just use
Uh,
the analog and the buttons?
You can just use the analog, but I do think that Splatoon really
Oh, okay.
works well with the gyro
Yeah.
controls. Honestly, I
Okay,
think like
okay.
gyro controls are like really, really good, and I'm interested in
Yeah,
seeing.
I used it a lot for the Steam controller.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing if like future consoles are going to be more about bringing in gyro controls for aiming,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to be a weird transition. But like, I think that is the way that it should go if you're going to be doing like first-person shooters and stuff like that on controllers.
Yeah, once you have the muscle memory for it, it feels really good. But you do have to tune it to your liking, I feel, where
Mhm, mhm.
I was never able to get it down in Fortnite for the Switch, for example. But maybe it was just the default on Splatoon was just tuned so well that I really preferred it. But
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
yeah, I don't know what it is. Where I think with Densha, similar to Tony Hawk, I think my best bet if I were to play on the Steam Deck was just to kind of connect another Bluetooth controller to it, or just connect a controller to it via USB. Just because, yeah, I don't know what it is. But Matt, Zelda Zone Zero on the Steam Deck, I feel like that's okay for me. But to be fair, I'm kind of brute forcing myself with a lot of the teams I use when I'm playing on the Steam Deck as well.
Mhm, mhm.
But Matt, gotta ask. In theory, I'm going to open the floodgates, and I apologize to Julian and Mark. How many rolls did you do this week for the 3.1s on the Zone Zero update?
Oh, Jared, I only needed the 110 roll, and I got it. Easy.
So
110 roll, 110 roll on the character, and 110 roll on the weapon banner. Got it easy. Got it easy.
Bless Matt.
Mhm,
Same,
mhm.
same. We did
Oh,
good this
God.
week.
Jared, I'm so scared now that I just jinxed myself or something.
Tune in 3 weeks for the Crash Out episode for me and Matt talking about 3.1 for Zone Zero.
Oh man.
Speaking about Hololive and Denshattack and Gotcha from Zenless Zone Zero, I've been also playing the new Gotcha game, the new rhythm game, the new Hololive game on mobile and Steam called Hololive Dreams. This is their entry into the rhythm game Gotcha genre, where our 50 plus Hololive members are available for you to play as while you go around the Dream Island, rebuilding it to the perfect Hololive paradise. But at its core, it is a rhythm game that is similar more so to something like a Project Sekai, similar to a Bang Dream, where you have a bunch of songs, you have a bunch of cover songs, all from being performed by these Hololive talents. And of course, Matt, you know me. As someone who likes a good gotcha game, I like re-rolling. So in terms of rolling for Hololive Dreams, I would give this a pretty good 8 out of 10 reroll experience, where time to reroll is around 5 minutes. All it is skipping a bunch of dialogue, doing your first 10 pull or 5 pull that gives you the 5-star variant of the character you select to play as, and then kind of sitting through the first rhythm game song, which is a shortened version, of course, talking to 3 characters, and then you kind of get to your rerolls, where at the time you get one, you have enough for 30 pulls in all. And Matt, Julian, Mark, I'm chasing that at least 3 5-star pulls within those 30 pulls. I mean, yeah. And the best I've done are 2. I do have an account with 3, but it's characters that are I don't want to say I don't like, but it's characters that don't synergize together because your typical rhythm game, you form your team of characters that you bring into a game, and depending on what branch they're in, what type of character element they are, they'll synergize with each other to give you score bonuses and other kind of in-game mechanics to boost your score and ultimately give you higher ratings and also more event points when a event goes on. And of course, since this is a live service rhythm game, every few weeks, I believe, they're going to have an event with your featured character, your featured gacha, and then you're trying to grind out for the leaderboards. Where, as someone who has 5 years in Bang Dream, it's kind of similar. I'm approaching this similar to how I approach Project Sekai, where even though I love Vocaloid songs, and even though I like Hololive songs, I don't think I'm actually going to invest any deeper into this game to really climb the ladder, just because that's behind me, boys. That's behind me. I can't dedicate, hours a day to grinding ladder. And a theme for the last 2 weeks, my wrists aren't what they used to be. So, but yeah, the song selection was really great. It's kind of cool to see everyone here. Two things that are kind of off about it, though. And I guess this might be a question more to Matt, but I also want to, maybe Julian and Mark, you have a perspective on this. So Hololive Dreams, there is the aspect that at its core, Hololive is a talent agency with all these different content creators and streamers on their roster. But in Hololive Dreams, in the pseudo RPG, you're all coming together to build this island. And for the most part, the characters are in character, if that makes sense, where if you've been following Hololive, you're following these personalities. But when you follow the characters, there's kind of that, immersion breaking aspect where, from what I understand, each talent was given a choice if they wanted to rewrite or re-record some of their dialogue. And some talent does that, where for Hololive EN, someone like Fua and Moko, I think their presentation in the game is more aligned to what you would see on their streams, as opposed to some of the Hololive ID girls who are more reminiscent of kind of their debut personas or personalities or characters, as opposed to kind of who you're used to 5 years later, per se. Where, I guess my question to you, Matt, when you're playing with essentially content creators and their personalities, how much of the personality do you expect to see out of a game like this? And do you think it's kind of weird that they might focus on the character archetypes as opposed to who they present themselves to be on stream?
I mean, when I was thinking about like that sort of thing in this game, specifically for Hololive, I was more so expecting them to follow their lore personalities rather than their streaming personalities. Just because I feel like that's probably an easier way to stay consistent in terms of I don't know, in-game writing. If you just have just hard, hey, this is what the character is type stuff.
But yeah, I think that's just kind of a weird disconnect, especially for the characters that I kind of follow on and off. And then on the flip side, you do have characters that appear here that have either are affiliates to Hololive now or have graduated. So you can just be
that's my big
around.
Question.
Yeah.
I was like, how are they handling the ones that have graduated? Because do they have audio? Do they have text? Because how did they do that? Is this like a hologram Tupac situation? What's happening?
So I guess when we get to the business of it, Cover still technically owns all those characters. And in this game, since it is a character lore-based game, they could insert them if they wanted to. But I think in terms of how heavily they appear in the game would depend on how much they recorded for the game during their time in Hololive. Where in the beginning of the game, you have a selection of the 4 main Hololive branches, Japan, EN, ID, and device. And then you can pick which character you want to play as. And for something like EN, even though you see Gura in the cinematics, you can't select her, you can't select Ame as a playable character, but they can be running around the area. I saw Ao from Device kind of just running around as well.
Jaren? Sorry. Is Russia in this? Is Rusha in this?
Matt. I think you know the answer to that.
Oh, no. Hate to see it.
Anyone terminated is not in the game in any capacity. And
Damn.
I don't think I've seen Aqua around, but some of her the group songs she's appeared in are in the game as well. So I think the extent is if you're affiliate or you graduated, depending on if you recorded at the time, you might appear in some capacity, but I don't think you'll be playable. So I think that's kind of the extent to it. All the playable characters right now are active in Hololive. So again, yeah, from a rhythm perspective, I think it feels good. It's your standard gacha rhythm game where some of the note charts I played are pretty fun. I haven't played it on Steam yet. And from what I understand, since you don't get like access to the flicks since they're bound to the flick notes, since they're bound to the keyboard. Matt, what do you think of the Steam ecosystem being excluded from the leaderboards for that purpose? Do you think that's weird? Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you don't have access to a game mechanic, it makes sense that you wouldn't be on that leaderboard. I was more surprised when I heard about that like, it just doesn't have its own leaderboard.
Yeah.
Unless it does, and I just, like, totally misunderstood how that
From
works.
what I've seen, I don't think it does, but maybe that's something I have to install just to kind of check out. But yeah, that's Hololive Dreams right now. If you're a fan of Hololive, just be careful. This is a gacha game. So if you want to have your team full of specific members, or if you want like a +5 version of your character, prepare to break the bank for that.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking for a standard rhythm game, I recommend it, if that's your jam. I do wish, though, that similar to kind of other rhythm games before, there was like a listen mode where, you can put your phone to sleep and still hear the audio play in the background, just because, Matt, you know me, I love me a lot of Hololive covers. Those aren't available on streaming services, and I should probably subscribe to YouTube Music, but I don't. But if that was a possibility here on Hololive Dreams, I think that would also benefit a lot of users more. But for what it is, it's a cute rhythm game. I'm having fun. But yeah, again, the days of semi-pro Bang Dream player Jaren are behind me, and I think my wrists are thankful for that. But yeah, check it out. And hopefully I'll get my 3 5 stars in my 30 poll eventually. But Julian, Hololive is a world full of friends, but you've been playing the full release of a world full of pals. Julian, how's Palworld 1.0?
Oh, Palworld? Looking for pals. I don't know. It's pretty good. I wasn't expecting it to be as addicting as it was. I think so. I don't like early access. Like, I think it's like a weird concept to like give money to people to like play an incomplete game, and I know that's controversial. I know a lot of people like early access for different reasons of like supporting like a developer, and also kind of like having a voice in how things develop. So I waited for Palworld for 1.0, and when it did, so I never played any of the early access. So I didn't really know what I was getting into. All I knew about it was kind of like its controversies with Nintendo. So when I came into this, I was thinking it was gonna be like a creature capture game mostly. But that feels very secondary to kind of like what it actually is, which is like an open world survival game.
Well, it's more about creature enslavement type.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you call them pals, but like, are they really? Like, but yeah, it's like, it is more of an open world kind of survival crafting game, which is it has a really addictive loop, because almost immediately it kind of goes away with a lot of the things I have problems with a lot of other like open world kind of crafting games, which is kind of like the grind of like gathering resources to kind of build things. Because a lot of the gameplay loops for these games is literally just like gather resources to build up stronger weapons and armor, so that you can gather stronger resources to create and craft stronger pieces of armor and weapons. So that's kind of like the loop for a lot of these games. And with Palworld, you almost immediately befriend pals, and by befriend pals, like enslave them, and kind of use them to kind of like do the grind for you ish, where you're kind of like they are the ones kind of like, you create farms, so they're the ones creating food, so they're doing the farming instead of like you. They're doing the mining instead of you. They're doing so it's like it does this thing where a lot of the grinds can kind of be circumvented. Like you can do it yourself if you want. But if it's not something that you're interested in, it is something you could like set up. Like you can create an entire basis for it. Like I have an entire base for food. I have an entire base for mining. So like things that I don't really want to do myself, I'm kind of like able to offload to the pals. And it does a really good thing of like kind of having that one more thing mentality where, like you could be like, okay, I'm going to go explore the world and do this dungeon, but on the way to the dungeon you see a new pal you haven't captured before, so you catch that pal, and then you want to kind of like, if you catch 5 pals, then you can kind of like get this bonus, so then you then spend time catching those pals, and then it's like, oh, this pal is pretty cool and it's good for my base, so I'm gonna use it for my base. So it's kind of like you start with one thing, and the game does a really good job of kind of like railroading that one thing into like many other activities where like you might not even end up doing the initial task you set out to do. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm having a pretty good time with it. I'm doing a solo world with myself, and I'm doing like I'm doing a solo world with myself, and I'm doing like a multiplayer world with some buds, and it's a bit confusing with, I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know, maybe I just don't play well with other people. I have a hard time with like open world multiplayer games with other people because I don't feel the progression.
Right.
Because like,
Yeah.
when I'm with other people, like I could sign out and then I sign back in and suddenly the base is like fully built up and I had like nothing to do with it. And like, it's this idea of like, and then what ends up happening is like the people at the top of the totem pole end up feeding the people at the bottom. So they kind of like give you the resources, give you the hand-me-downs, give you the things.
Oh, trickle down economics, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Trickle down, exactly. And then it becomes this thing where like I don't really feel like I'm playing the game anymore, like as intended, where I'm kind of just like not really feeling the progression anymore because I'm kind of just, so I do the multiplayer server to hang out with people, so I'm not really doing it to kind of like play. I'm more so spending time with my single player server. But yeah, like it's fun, it's great, like it's a really good gameplay loop. The pals are the pals are great, really nice design. There are some that are very like legally distinct, like Pikachu. There are like a lot of those, and you're like, oh, okay, like you're supposed to be I don't know. There's like an Anubis.
I like the buzz.
Pal.
Yeah. Oh, Lucario.
That is just that's just straight up Lucario. Yeah, it's like palette swap Lucario. I'm like, ooh. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm having a pretty good time with it so far, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, I know we talked about Palworld in early access way when it launched. Have you checked it out like since then, and have you checked out 1.0 in any way?
No, I haven't checked out 1.0 yet. I think the most recent time that I played was when they released like the more Japanese area expansion, and I don't know, like I think that's my issue with like early access games, is that I really only hardcore will play a game once. So
Yes.
that is why I kind of also avoid early access games, is that I want to have my like once playthrough be the optimal playthrough.
Right. No, I feel that. But this is definitely something I do want to return to, even since it's so far gone as well. Julian, is Zoe still in the game? Is she still a faction leader?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
the early one, like you can like capture her.
Okay, so some things have
yeah, like-
changed, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought they
You
would
can
have
make,
taken
like-
that out, to be honest. But
Nope, there's like 2 ways to get her now. There's like a legal way and like an illegal way, quote unquote.
Oh.
Yeah. there's a way where if you do her quest line, she just joins you. So
Okay.
it's like people are saying that's like the
nice,
legal
nice.
way. And then the illegal way is kind of just using a pal sphere on her.
Yep.
Um,
yep.
Yeah, which is like what most people do. Like you can't capture humans, and the game does like poke fun at it, where it's like
Mhm.
like the fact that you are literally enslaving people instead of like the pals. Um,
Catch them,
but
sell them to the
yeah,
black market. That's what I do.
yeah, and you can sell them in the black market, which is like
Hmm.
probably I think right now one of the best ways to make money is to capture
Mm.
people and like sell them. Because there's a lot of them, and like yeah, in low level areas. So it's an interesting game. I like the exploration aspect of it. Um, the world, I think, I like it. My big thing is like I am starting to hit like like a wall
Right.
where a lot of these games like it is like I said, it is a gameplay loop of just trying to get stronger and stronger like resources or more valuable resources. And the way the game tries to wall you off is, the idea that like the later end resources are harder to get. So
Mhm.
like I feel like where I was at getting to this point, this progression was pretty smooth and fair because it was tied to exploration where like I can keep progressing the story, and as I'm progressing the story, like I'm able to gather the resources pretty like easily. But I think I'm hitting a wall where I kind of have to do other things now to gather the resources. So it is slowing things down a little bit. And it's like there's a part of me that is like I could press on, but there's also part of me that's like I'm old and like I don't really have my time with games is very like I'm very choosy with my time, I guess, because I don't have a lot of
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I'm like, do I really want to spend like the limited time I have kind of just like grinding this out, like this resource out? And I'm sure there's a easier way to get it like eventually, but like I don't know. I'm starting to hit a wall, but I mean, like, to its credit, it took me like 40 to 45 hours to kind of hit that wall. So
Yeah.
like the dollar value of what you get because they didn't raise the price when they went to 1.0. I think it's still like 20 Canadian or something um
Mhm.
on sale, and I can't remember. Um, but like the dollar value you get for like what I paid for, I'm like kind of fine with where I'm at if I kind of just put this
Okay.
down where I'm at.
Mhm.
But Mark, I know you mentioned Palworld in passing. Is this something you want to sink your teeth in the near future?
You know what? I was wondering why I've been seeing so many clips of the game online. I didn't
Hmm.
realize 1.0 was released.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I played it. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how it plays now. I mean, I remember enjoying it
Hmm.
before. I forget why I stopped, but yeah, maybe I'll get back into it just to see how it is.
Okay. But yeah, Palworld
Mhm.
1.0 available now. Go get some pals.
Mhm.
But man, in between last week's Splatoon Raiders and this week's Palworld, really interesting to see what they're lifting from Nintendo in these the real dark patterns. If I can be completely honest.
Mhm.
But Julian, that's not the only game you've been playing recently. Kind of rounding up, Julian, tell me about Signalis.
Yeah, so I've been trying to get through like my backlog recently because I'm waiting for Fields of Mystery 1.0, and I think like one of
Hmm.
the games that I was really interested in was Signalis. Um, it's one of those games. It came out in like 2022, and I've never like really played it, but it's one of those games that if you have any passing interest in like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, it always kind of comes up in conversation. Where it's like if you like this game more so like leaning towards Silent Hill, it's something that you should check out. And it's something that I've always been like, okay, like it's always been on the periphery. Um, that game wears its an inspiration on its shoulder, on its shoulders.
Hmm.
I gotta tell you, like it's almost immediately like you get into it, you're like, oh, like a lot of this is just callbacks to like Silent Hill and like Resident Evil.
Right.
But like not to diminish it, but like there is a lot of that. But the game itself, so Signalis is I guess like a top down survival horror game. And it is you wake up as um I guess like a robot. Um you're kind of like in this it's a little like cagey with where you are at. Um but you wake up in this like, space station, I guess, and it's mentioned that you are like a robot and you're looking for someone. So it is doing that like Silent Hill, like where's my wife situation. Um, so the main character you play is Elster. She's a robot. She's looking for someone that's special to her, her significant other. And yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm not sure like how much I should spoil because it is like I think a game like really worth playing.
Okay.
But it is there's a I guess I'll talk about gameplay first, where it's like I really like the fact that it is survival horror. It's top down, and you are kind of like going through different maps. The enemies, there's not a whole lot of enemy variety, but it is doing that survival horror thing where like you either have to decide whether you're gonna spend resources on killing enemies or whether you kind of run past them. So it does do that balance really well, where like classic Resident Evil, where it doesn't feed you too many resources, where you feel comfortable enough to kind of like kill every single enemy. And it also does a thing where it's like Silent Hill 4, where the enemy doesn't stay dead. So
Mhm.
even if you expend resources on an enemy, like they will eventually still get up. So it's trying to kind of convey that idea where you can't be too comfortable, because it is, I guess it's like survival horror, so it is kind of like aping it is that is kind of like the point of it. It does eventually give you a resource that you can use, but it is a very limited resource, and that I think like I throughout the game I only found like 4 or 5 of these where it will permanently kill an enemy. So like the idea is that you're kind of using this in hallways that like you will frequent. So like you only really want to use it for like if you go through this hallway like kind of back and forth a lot. So like if it's like leading to a save point or something. It does a lot of like survival horror, a lot of really good survival horror aspects. My one big complaint is in a lot of survival horror, like there are ways to expand your inventory,
Mhm.
but it is doing the classic Resident Evil thing where like the inventory space is so limited. Um, you literally have 6 inventory slots, and that's it. Like for the entire game, like you only have 6 slots. And that made it a little difficult because certain puzzles required you to carry a lot of items. And that's not taking into account the fact that like, you want to carry a weapon, you want to carry a healing item and maybe some ammo. So like, even if you have just the basic stuff, that already takes up 3 of your slots, or 3 out of 6. And there are some puzzles that require like 6 items, for example. So that means you'll have to carry like half of it, go to the puzzle, offload it, and then kind of run back to the safe house to like pick up the other 3 and then kind of run back to the puzzle.
Oh.
Yeah, which I guess is maybe intentional, because it's like it is kind of like asking you to run through dangerous areas, or kind of like, I assume so, but on some level there is a part of me that's like, I don't want to say artificial difficulty, because I know like a lot of people use that term like really weird. But to me it's like, is this like a necessary aspect of this game, or is this something that's kind of just like, I don't know, like extending it in a weird way, where like if you gave me if you either balance the puzzle so I don't need to do this run back, like would it be a lot smoother? So I think that is my one like really big complaint in terms of gameplay. Story wise, I don't want to get so deep because it's like,
Yeah.
it's such a good story, but it is
Okay.
it's such a beautiful story. The moment you open the game, there's a screen that says some people may find this story cruel. And I was like, a lot of the times when I see that, I'm like, whatever, like you're kind of just like trying to set it up. But it is in a lot of ways. And it's like, I don't know, it's a game about love. It's a game about like doing what you can for like the people you care about, and like to what extent will you kind of like hurt yourself to do that.
Mhm.
it's a very tragic story. It's a very sad story, but I think it's like an incredibly beautiful story. And it really goes into like I know a lot of people compare it to Silent Hill 2. And I feel like after having finished it and rolled credits on it, like I can definitely see the comparison and definitely see like why you would kind of make that comparison and make that connection. But yeah, like I don't know, like I think when I rolled credits on it, I got it does a Silent Hill 2 thing where there's multiple endings.
Yep.
I didn't get like the quote unquote canon ending. But I did get like an ending that did still leave me kind of like staring at the screen going like oof. Just like completely heartbroken. Just like shattered.
Oh, how long is the
But
playthrough?
pretty quick. Like it took me it's like 5-6 hours. So it's not like a super long game. You can finish it in like maybe like 2-3 sittings depending.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so Julian, you said 6 hours?
Yes.
Give or take?
Ish.
So that's
Give or
3 mixtapes, is what you're saying.
Exactly. I think it's actually in conversation with Mixtape because it talks about the idea of
Music.
pain for Mark, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't
it's
know
hard to go into
how
the story considering everything,
Mhm.
but Julian, I'm going to bookmark this. One day we'll do the Silent Hill F Part 2 spoiler cast. One day we'll do the 1,000 Times Resist spoiler cast. And now one day we'll do the Signalis spoiler cast.
Yeah, I'd be down. There's so
Trust
much
the
like
process.
there's so
Yeah.
much I want to say about it because like it does. The thing too is like it wears its inspiration like really on its sleeve, like I said, where it's like the moment you turn it on, it also has a lot of anime inspirations. Like a lot of the cutscenes are very styled like Evangelion. Like the intro, like the intro of Evangelion where it's like very like quick cuts, like quick flashes. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but all the cutscenes in this game is like that, and you kind of have to like piece it together what's happening. It also goes into like a big thing is like you keep finding the H.P. Lovecraft book, The King in Yellow, like as you're playing the game, and it's very much tied to kind of like the core of what it's trying to tell. But like that is to say, like without spoiling it, like it's such a beautiful story to kind of go through. And it is something like I would highly recommend if anyone has any passing interest at all with like Silent Hill, or if you've ever been a fan of Silent Hill, like it is a wonderful like companion kind of game to that series.
Yeah. This won't mean anything to anyone just considering when this is posted, but yeah, I think its all-time low is around $18-19 Canadian, which there is a sale going on right now at the time of recording, but you'll be hearing this when the sale's over. But definitely something I've been meaning to check out as well, Julian, and just in between the gameplay you've mentioned and even the themes especially is something I want to check out. So Signalis available now, could be on sale, but Julian, I guess you're giving the recommendation there.
Oh, 100%. Like if I played this in 2022, like when it came out, it would definitely like break my top like 3, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Guys,
I guess real quick, what's up?
okay. You know how this is, like Joe was just saying that this was on sale on Steam.
Yeah.
And Jaren, me and you talked about this like kind of briefly, I think earlier this week, that like Steam wish lists now have categories, or you can now
Yes.
categorize your Steam wish list. Guys, would you ever categorize your Steam wish list, or is that a too
Ooh.
crazy person of a task for you?
Definitely not. Yeah.
If we did video features, I think one of the most boring video features I would ever do, is categorize and organize my Steam wish list, because I've told you guys repeatedly, my Steam wish list is anything I think looked cool during Next Fest, or any ad I saw, or anything that gives me a cue. Any interest, I'll add it to the wish list. And I think that goes against what a wish list actually is supposed to be. But I have too many legacy items there that I don't want to remove, and it's just too big to actually sit down and go through everything. Where, in theory, Matt, I want to. In practice, I probably won't.
man.
One of the suggested categories is waiting for a sale, which
Yep.
I feel like is just my entire wish list.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty
so
much,
just put that on all of them.
Oh man.
Oh man. And then like I'm just going through mine now, and there's so many things on my wish list that I think, wow, why did I wish list this? Because I forgot. But
Want to remove, but don't actually want to remove is probably
Yes.
a tag I'll make.
where honestly, I always sort by date added, and if I've added it recently, there's a chance that I might have want to played it, and if it isn't on sale within that grace period, I'll probably like forget about it, to be completely honest. And as someone who likes the friend activity, like I'll see what Julian's wish listing, I'll see what Mark's wish listing, I'll see what Matt's wish listing, see, oh, this might be cool, I'll wish list it and forget about it afterwards as well. But Signalis, I'll add to my cart for now, just in case, since it's on sale at the time of recording. Where, but TruckCon comes out this week, Matt. Or it came out last week, but it's coming out this week. Yeah, whatever. We'll see. But boys,
okay, I don't think we
what's
ever
up?
explained in this episode that we were just recording 2 episodes back to back, and that's why we're saying all this crazy shit.
I thought the implication was clear, but then again, I'm the one living this experience. So I apologize for everyone who still stuck by us, even though that joke didn't make sense to you. Thank you.
You can go back and listen to the episode again, for that replay experience.
Yep. It's like an alternative ending to something happening at the time. Kind of real quick, before we end off, I know Julian just mentioned Signalis. This is going to be a random out of left field, but this is my technically not birthday episode. So Matt, of course, I'm going to talk about Yuri manga for a hot second.
Of course.
When I was in Japan, kind of last year, I picked up like random manga just to have on our bookshelves and just to flip through when I'm bored and potentially help me learn hiragana and katakana. And Matt, no surprise, I did end up picking up a few issues of Comic Yuri Hime, which is a Yuri anthology. And I just have a few. And then I totally forgot one manga I was following at the time. It was featured in one of the random secondhand copies I picked up. And that was The Skirt Sings on the Dance Floor, which was a manga series that ran in Comic Yuri Hime from, I believe, 2021 to 2025. The basic premise is this is essentially a social dance club love story following Kiki, who is a taller high school student who is usually the leader in their dance pair when they're doing the waltz or when they're doing any form of ballroom dance. And since she is a taller girl, she's kind of typecasted into that prince-like role for her height. And then she has a falling out with her current partner, and she meets a new first-year student by the name of Michiru, who, even though she's on the shorter side, she prefers the leader role. So it's kind of that odd couple dance partnership with the tall girl being the follower and the shorter girl being the leader, and kind of the trials and tribulations between these two girls and them navigating this kind of social dance world where archetypes and typecasting is such a prevalent thing of how you're perceived, while kind of navigating the relationship between them two and what they mean to each other. So I think there were 6 volumes in all, 30 chapters in all from beginning to end. It does 2 things that I like. One, Matt, Julian, Mark, I love when in one of the later chapters, it starts off with, hey, I was just thinking about everything we've been through until this point. I don't know. I think that's such a cheesy thing to do. But I like how it contextualizes everything you read before. And finally, the second thing I like what it does, when the name of the final chapter is the name of your series. So when I read chapter 31, chapter 31, The Skirt Sings on the Dance Floor, boys, might have cheered up at my desk because that means everything to me.
I love me a late title card.
Of course, I don't think this has an official English translation, so I was finishing it up, reading the subs, and even though this is these sub versions by fan translations, even though this does focus on social dancing, it isn't really to the degree of like a thing such as something from My Dress Up Darling, where that's really a celebration of cosplay in between the story between Marin and Gojo. Where what I appreciate about the fans translation I read about this is during the goof panel or the goof page or the credit page at the end, whoever was translating it did provide a lot of context to kind of not only Kiki's height difference, but also just what these dance terminologies means, what this means in the dance world, and kind of why this is a important story beat to the overall narrative. So Matt, Mark, Julian, when a fan translator really goes above and beyond and kind of goes past that meme, don't get me wrong, I like a good meme page at the end of my fan translated manga, but the ones that really go into context about what this means to the overall world and the kind of cultural context behind it, I really end up appreciating that. And I think that adds to the overall fan translation as a whole. But yeah, if you're looking for kind of a wholesome, short, quick Yuri manga, I do recommend The Skirt Sings on the Dance Floor. And it was a good palate cleanser because I don't talk about this on air, but in between all the doomed and toxic Yuri, I messaged Matt about this was a good palate cleanser and made me feel good about myself as opposed to feeling bad a couple of times later whenever I'm done a chapter of something I've read previously. But Matt, in terms of manga, is there anything you're checking out recently?
Ooh.
Just not even to go a deep dive, just anything you might be recommend, anything you're kind of to put it in the anime seasonal episodes, anything on your probation period, or just anything worth mentioning.
I actually started watching that what do you call it? That Yuri that you talked about on the anime episode. Oh
Okay.
man, what was the name of it? The one with the fighting high school girls who heal each other by kissing each other. What's the name of it?
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, I need
That
to.
is Matt. The name escapes me right now because we put that in like the quick hits category. But I know what you're talking about. I'll look that up. But I want to love you till your dying day.
Yes. Julian and Mark, this is a anime about basically I guess it's like adjacent to these it's a girls like school academy that's training magical witches that are gonna fight in a war. And I don't know, they have magic powers and one of the magic powers is heals through kiss. I don't know.
I see.
The action scenes are actually surprisingly well animated, which is what brought me in when I saw a clip of it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Do they have to like kiss the wound or like?
No,
is
they
it
just kiss. They just like they kiss each other, and that like what do you call it? I think like their explanation is that like it circulates mana or something, and that's how you heal somebody.
Got it. I was like, that's the only way. Like, you can't like high five.
No. That's me through kiss.
No, saliva needs to be transferred.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
One long tube.
Julian, Mark, how do you feel about the archetype of innocent, childlike character who is actually a secret killing machine that was scientifically created? Because that's a common character trope in this anime.
Okay.
So, if that's your thing, check it out. I liked it. I'm continuing. Matt, I'm following a lot of anime that I talked about on that spring season episode. And by a lot, I mean like 3. But
that's a lot. That's a lot.
recommend that. Mark, when you visit, I'm going to make you watch Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games because that's essentially church here at the Mistake Zone HQ.
Okay.
And I still recommend it. And that's still a Street Fighter 6 commercial, and I like commercials.
I can't wait.
But, yep. Boys, that was another Beefy Boy episode of The Mistake Zone, which was a Beefy Boy episode overall for us. So, friends, I want to thank you for sitting through essentially close to 3 hours of podcast, almost as long as the Odyssey, maybe longer.
As Nolan intended.
As Nolan intended. And I'm not wearing sunglasses this time. That's a callback to the episode last week, but we talked about it a few hours ago. But boys, of course, we can't end the episode yet without a Don't Match Me challenge. And for those that don't know, the Don't Match Me challenge is every week, one of us will bring forth 5 questions, and all you have to do is come up with an answer that doesn't match the question bringer's answer. And that's easy mode. But if you want to bump up that difficulty to expert mode, feel free to try not to match myself, Matt, Julian, and Mark as well. And this might be specifically targeted to Matt. If you want to try for that all-perfect expert run, try not to look up the answers. But since this is kind of a specific one, you might have to open up a Hololive talent list on their official website, on one of the wikis. But surprise, since we talked about Hololive Dreams earlier in this episode, this is the Hololive talent Don't Match Me challenge. So, friends, question 1. All my questions will revolve around Hololive branches, surprise, and all the answers will have to be a talent that is currently active, a currently active Hololive talent. So no one who has graduated, no one who has been terminated, no one who is technically what's the affiliate? No affiliates either. So they have to be an active Hololive talent. So friends, question 1. The Hololive Japan branch spans Hololive generations 0 to 6. So name any Hololive Japanese talent that is active and not part of Hololive device or device, because of course that's going to be a question later. But name any Hololive Japanese talent. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you named Toa Tokoyami, you're out from Hololive Generation 4. Matt, off the top, who is your Hololive member?
Jaren, quack quack. We're Subaru here. Both are Subaru.
Julian, who's your Hololive member?
Omaru Polka.
Matt, Mark, let's see what the dice you rolled. Which is your Hololive member?
Yukihana Lami?
Yes. Okay.
5th gen?
So,
Good picks.
yes. So, based on our 4 answers, the 5th generation won this game.
Oh.
So, moving on, of course, we'll go to Hololive Indonesia. So, name any, I guess all of them are still active. Name any active Hololive Indonesian member. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, of course, she sung with Hatsune Miku on her birthday. If you went with Anya Melfissa, you're out.
Oh, man.
Not who do you got?
Jared. Hey, Nay. It's Raine. Oh, man. What's her full last name? No, starts with the P. Pavliola Raine.
Yeah. Yep. Julian, who'd you got?
I also went with Rene.
Hey.
Good answer. Mark, who'd you get?
I wasn't sure if I should have said this name, but Irani EO15.
Yep.
I don't.
EOF. Also, well, she goes by EOF, but yeah, EO15 is her full name. But everyone just
It's like her legal
calls her
name.
EOF. Not
I
lo-fi.
hope she's not 15.
Yeah. I definitely read her name as Lo-Fi when I first saw her.
Moving on to Hololive English. So, of course, name any active Hololive English member. Name any active Hololive English member. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I went with Orocrony, the Timesmith, the Time Girl. Matt, who'd you get?
Jaren, I was rolling the dice on this one because I rolled with Hakos Bales.
Good answer. They're all good answers. Julian, what's your good answer?
I went with my Once Upon a Time Oshi, Mori Calliope.
She has a voice acting role recently in an English dub or Japanese dub of something I forgot. But she's getting work, Julian. She's getting work.
Nice.
And finally, Mark, who's your Hololive English pick?
Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame.
Good name.
I think Mark would really like Elizabeth, her streams and her songs.
What the heck is this? Hololive Justice.
Yep, the latest. They're not in Hololive Dreams yet. Them and the latest. Actually, moving on to not. I say device. Is it actually device, or how do I pronounce this
I
Hololive
think it's supposed to be device, but I've been saying I say like Devis,
Devis.
Okay,
but I don't know what it actually is.
but the music-centric, in theory, branch. So, question 4: name any Hololive device or Hololive Divas active member. Name any active member from Hololive device.
Aren't they all singers? I'm confused. Why is there a separate?
It's hard to
Music.
explain, Julian. And I don't even understand it to be. To be completely
I
honest.
don't get it. Okay, sure, I got someone.
Yeah, I have someone.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you said Isaki Riona, you're out. Matt, who do you got?
Jaren, do you know what day it is tomorrow? It's Monday tomorrow, so of course I'm picking Kanade.
That's a good goof. That's a good goof.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, her not understanding why she's Monday-chan is also a good goof.
Good goof, good goof, good goof.
Julian, despite also being confused, who was your Hololive device member?
I picked the one in the start of the list, so also Kanade,
Oh,
because I'm confused.
It's okay. Mark, I know you're also confused, but who did you pick?
I chose Ichiju Eureka.
Matt,
Mm.
who would you recommend from device for Mark and Julian?
I feel like the most normal one is normal. I'm using very loosely here, but like probably Radin.
Do they stream?
Yes, the stream.
Mhm.
Okay,
Actually,
but
Julian-
isn't that just what everyone else does?
Yeah, but okay. These groups are specifically music based. Everybody else is more so like expected to play or stream like games more normally. But I think the onus for gaming is less on these people and more so on music or just being a personality. But they all basically do the same thing.
Okay,
Actually,
It's very arbitrary.
sure.
if I was to recommend a device, I'd actually recommend Raiden's content to Julian, since she does a lot of like museum collaborations and stuff.
Mhm,
Where I think Raiden would be really good for Julian. And
Yeah.
overall, Mark, other than Elizabeth, I would recommend Botan from Hololive, the 5th generation. She's really fighting game adjacent recently too. But
Okay.
boys, final question. Got to shout out the rest of the Hololive boys because I don't think Cover knows they exist anymore. But name any Hollow Stars member between Hollow Stars Japan
Oh, God.
and Hollow Stars English. Name any active Hollow Stars member.
Jared, I have to look this up because I don't know who's active in Hollow Stars anymore.
Oh my god, Tempest is still active?
Yep.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna need like a primer on the history of Hololive because I have no clue.
Hololive are the girls, Hollow Stars are the boys. I think they left Hollow
Oh.
Stars. Japan left to die, so that's all you need to know.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Hollow Stars English is still going is notably stronger than Hollow Stars Japan.
Mhm.
So that's all. But yes, name any Hollow Stars member.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys, see, if I was going to recommend, actually, sorry, Mark. If you're a Guile fan, I also recommend Aki Rose. She's part of the Guile Village. But Hololive lore, Guile Village used to be fronted by Aru Ran, who unfortunately graduated a few weeks ago. So I have to go with someone who is still fighting game adjacent on Hololive. If you said Aragami Oga, you're out. But man, Mark, the Guile Village arc, I'm going to send you some clips.
Okay.
It's better times.
Sounds good.
Matt, who's your Hollow Stars member?
Okay. Jaren, I'm going with our winning son, Yukoku Roburu.
He's still there.
He's still there. He's still there. I thought he left, to be
Matt, I don't
honest.
know how long these Hollow Star boys are going to be here.
Uh-huh.
Julian, how about you? Who's your Hollow Star boy?
What's the difference between retired and conclusion of general activity / still affiliated?
Affiliated, they can appear if they want
Mhm.
to, but they're not actively that persona anymore.
Yeah. Versus
Okay,
graduated,
but
is
if
actually-
you're-
they are no longer like really with the company.
Okay, but if you're retired, like you can't return it anyway.
The doors. Oh, if you're retired, the door. From what I believe, the door's open, but you're not appearing anymore.
Ah, okay. Anyways, I chose Axel Sirius.
Mm.
Yes. Matt, when Axel and Zeta used to collab a lot, good times.
Mm.
All right, Mark, who's your Hollow Stars?
I chose Gerard T. Rexford because he quote unquote has the genes of a dinosaur.
He's also he's Filipino, right, Matt? Him
Yeah,
and
dude,
Gold
I was
Bullet.
watching Mecha
Does
Chameleon
not
like
look.
thing. I was watching like a Mecha Chameleon collab of like VTubers, and these Filipino ass motherfuckers were all just going off on each other in Tagalog, and I was like,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gerard Gold Bullet's also Filipino, I think. Yes.
I mean, Gerard does sound Filipino, yes. The way it's even the way it's spelled.
Uh-huh.
Octavio is in the C region. I forget where though. But yes, that is the Hololive Don't Match Me challenge. Thanks for entertaining that, boys. Thanks for entertaining that. And thank you for joining me again on this Beefy Boy recording session. I want to thank one of my best friends in the whole world, Matt, for joining me this week editing this podcast. And Matt being a pal for the last 2 decades or so, I think.
Hey.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, thanks, man. Always here, and I want to thank you for hosting this episode and also being a pal for these last 2 or so decades.
Thanks, man. Also want to thank another one of my best friends for joining me this week for this, also telling us about Palworld and Signalis, and being a pal for almost 2 decades, over 2 decades now, I believe. Julian. Thanks, Julian.
Thanks. Thank you for being a pal as well.
And also, I want to thank another one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Mark, for joining me this week, staying on this Beefy Boys recording session, and also being a pal for not as long as Matt and Julian, but I think over 2 decades as well, if not over almost 2 decades.
2 decades, yeah. Oh my god.
That's okay. Our midlife crisis trip to Japan will be next year. Can't wait to tell you guys all about that. And, also want to thank my best friend for almost over 2 decades now as well. Rakush has unfortunately can't be here this week, but that's what happens when our contracts clash, and I can only be on one episode with him every couple of weeks. So I'll see him in the fall season anime episode where we talk about anime, probably. But until then, Matt, please take it away.
This has been the Mistake Zone, and we're all out of having good wrists.
Boys, then every episode from now on will be just us complaining about our carpal tunnel, and I can't wait.